Go.
My name is Andrew Compton, and today I'll be telling all of you why professional athletes do make more money than military personnel. Why athletes are paid more? It all begins where the money comes from. These athletes play for an organization. But then your next question may be, where does the organization get this money from? Answer is simple. The American people. It's what the American people want to spend their money on. If they want to go out on a Saturday and watch Clemson play South Carolina in one of the biggest football matches in the state, why can't they? It's all a matter of where the money comes from. And while these people are at these stadiums, they're buying the drinks, they're buying the food, because they're not going to leave the stadium to go somewhere else, which just generates more money for the university, more money for the school. Another way athletes are paid so much money, of course I talk about college athletics, but the real money is in professional sports, because as we all know, college athletes do not get paid, except in scholarship funds. Professional athletes get paid so much money because when they play games and it's televised on the air, these games, the networks that televise it, NBC, Fox, ESPN, they all have these deals, they all have the agreements with these teams to have their permission to televise these games. And these TV networks are willing to pay so much money because so many people want to watch these football games. They all want to watch this 260-pound running back smash into these middle linebackers. I mean, what American doesn't want to see that? It's all just entertainment. But people are passionate about this. They're passionate about their teams. They get behind their players. They're players. They're sometimes even their friends. They get passionate about this stuff, and that's why it generates so much money. And another way is with licensing deals. This means that anytime a team has a logo on a shirt or a hat or a bag, anything at all, anything that has that team's logo means that they have a licensing deal with whoever produced that, whoever manufactured it. That's where all the money comes from for the athletes. The facts. The facts are that almost anyone can join the military. The only requirements are that you do not have a criminal record, you're a U.S. citizen, you have graduated high school, and you're not obese. To become a professional athlete, it's not impossible, but it's extremely unlikely. Anyone can join the military and be in the military, but it's up to a person to decide if they want to be there. I'm not saying the military is easy, but you can join, and you will not be kicked out. As long as you have desire and willpower to serve your country, you will. But to become a professional athlete, that may never happen. That kid that plays in the schoolyard every day after school for 3 hours may never know if he'll get an education for his talents, or if he'll make it to a professional team and make the big bucks. Next slide. And when you can do things like this, everyone's going to want to pay to see it. purpose of that video is I'm showing you that when you can do things like that, people are going to want to pay to see you. They want to see that. That it's their own money paying to see him play. That's what all of that's about. That's why he's the highest paid athlete in all of soccer. That's why. Those are the reasons. People choose to pay him, not directly, but they choose to see him. They choose to pay for tickets. They choose to pay for his merchandise. They choose to pay for that shirt with his name on the back of it. That's what they all choose to do. It's all a matter of free will, pretty much. This is how they get paid. The numbers. The number of male athletes in high school football, 1,122,000. Baseball, 482,000. Basketball, 541,000. These are the three most popular sports in America today. The number of college athletes, football, 90,136. Now bear in mind, this also includes all divisions, NAIA, junior college, Division III, Division II, and especially Division I. Baseball, 55,000. Basketball, 32,000. The numbers. The number of athletes in college, football, 90,136, which means that 8% of high school football athletes will go on to play college athletics. Not all of them will go on scholarship. Many of them will walk on to teams to play. Some of them may get minimal scholarship offers from Division II, perhaps even Division III, which is extremely unlikely. Baseball, 55,410, which means roughly 10% of high school baseball athletes will go on to play in college. Basketball, 32%, which is about 6% of the athletes in high school. Of the 90,136 athletes in college football, 1.6% of them will go on to play in the professionals. Approximately 0.5%, or every 1 in 200 athletes in college, will go on to play in MLB, or be drafted by a professional baseball team. Bear in mind that this also includes the minor leagues of these MLB teams, which are AAA, AA, Single A, and their major league teams. 32,000 of the college basketball players, or roughly 0.931% of them, will make it onto the NBA, National Basketball Association. The NBA carries as little as 12 people per team and as many as 30 people, which roughly is about 300 to 500 people. And to become one of those members on one of those teams in the NBA requires that you are a top athlete. Military personnel. As I stated previously, one can join the military easily. However, staying in the military is the hardest part. It's up to a person to decide how badly they want to be there and how badly they want it, how much they want to serve their country and make their family proud. The numbers. Military. Since 2001, the number of troops deployed in Iraq and Afghanistan now exceeds over 2 million. 6,600 of them have died in active combat, which is 0.33% of them. These are the best trained soldiers in the world, with the best technology in the world for soldiers. This is all because of foreign affairs, things that the United States could avoid, but chose not to. Why military personnel should not be paid more than athletes, or not be paid more. Being in the military comes with some pretty sweet perks. Financial assistance for school. So if I graduate high school, and I want to be in the military, but I also want to go to school, the government will pay for me to attend school, as long as I am a member of the United States military. Advanced technical and specialty training. They receive talents in the military to be the best they can be in whatever they do. This can include anything, really, from working on nuclear astrophysics, or anything else of the matter. Cash bonuses. This may include when one is promoted in the military, moves up through the ranks, may receive a cash bonus. Tax-free housing and food allowances, 30 days of vacation per year, world travel, and the honor of serving one's country. Free health and dental care for the serviceman and his family. The income of military personnel. Military personnel receive a yearly salary. This salary increases as one ranks up in the military and becomes more and more prestigious. As soon as joining the military full-time, one will receive $24,300 annually. Military personnel also receive money for meals, which is $3,886.44, money for housing, which is $10,548, federal tax advantage, which amounts to about $4,421. When this is all added together, it amounts to $43,155.44. With all the benefits and advantages of being in the military, one would think that this is plenty of money for one to live with. Plenty of money for one to live comfortably with their own life. And military personnel also get paid more depending on family size and whether or not they are married. This would be the statistics for a military man that is not married. Summary. Playing any professional sport in America is almost impossible, if not extremely unlikely. To accomplish such a monumentous task, one would have to train relentlessly, wake up every morning, practice, condition himself, eat healthy, work out in the gym. Just the athletes, when you watch college football on Saturdays or pro football on Sundays, you see them running and you see them playing and tackling and hitting each other. You see all of them trying to accomplish all these tasks, but what you don't see is their countless hours they spend on the field, on the court, or in the gym can be just as much as military personnel trained to be the best that they can possibly be. Most of the individuals in athletics are self-taught. Military personnel, you can go in there and they will teach you how to be the best. They will teach you everything that you need to know to accomplish whatever task they assign you to the best of your abilities. Military personnel don't need to train their entire lives. And also, please bear in mind the countless benefits of being in the military and the countless advantages that they receive being in the military. Concluding remarks. No one can understand the sacrifices that our men and women take to serve our country, but also, we are in the technology age, the age of drones, the age of machines. More and more wars are fought with technology rather than human numbers. And this is why 0.33% of the men and women deployed in Afghanistan and Iraq, this is why it's such a low casualty of people. Because we're in the age of technology and drones. Most people in the military may not even see active combat. In the age of technology, drones are becoming more and more prolific on the battlefield. The countless hours spent on the court for that child in high school may never pay off. He could play basketball every day of his life for 3 hours after school and it may never pay off. He may never receive an education for his talents or his athletics. But he could always join the military. Thank you.